Fakes left, now taken off. Oh, run for it, got it! There he goes! The 6 or the 10 to 5! Oh, the play of the year in the NFL!
Welcome back, everyone, to episode 12 of the Buds Mafia Podcast. Pretty relaxed here on a nice little Sunday afternoon. Not too much going on this weekend. I barely did anything this weekend. It was pretty nice. But how about you, Jackson? What'd you get up to?
Nothing. I literally did nothing. I worked till 11:15 on Friday, and then got home, fell asleep, woke up, went over and practiced some music with my dad, and now I'm here. I'm supposed to go over and practice again today, but I'm not gonna lie. Not that I don't feel great, but I don't feel the greatest. I don't really want to get anyone else sick, so
There's a bug going around, man. I'm not feeling the greatest either. I feel better than I did last week. I was not feeling the greatest, and for your old job, like I'm doing like 10 interviews a day. And I'm just so exhausted.
Yeah, that's just draining. Well, especially like now, it's just like sleep. Like if I don't get enough sleep, especially when I'm on afternoons, the next day is like a struggle to get out of bed. And then I get out of bed and I need to work out, and I work out, and then I just feel like a bag of dicks going into work for fucking 3:45.
Bag of dicks, man. It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I mean, Friday literally did nothing. I ordered Dave's Hot Chicken. By the way, the best fast food in the game. It's unbelievable. There's not much you can get. It's literally just chicken on as a slider or just chicken by itself. That's all you need. It's unbelievable. And then I just had a few beers and played Black Ops campaign mode. I was just in a dark spot, but it was a lot of fun. I got up early today. Yes, last night I went up to London for the night and hung out with my girl. But yeah, nothing crazy. 2 more weeks till Vegas, which I am just counting down the days. I am just so excited.
Yeah, it's huge for the program.
And golf's back too. Like in-course golf is back.
Did you see the thing I sent you today? There's a Kokanee Springs golf club that you can go. It's $550 per person for 2 rounds of golf and like a 3-night stay.
Oh, on TikTok? Yeah, I did. I think I saw that. Yeah. Was that like up north?
I'm pretty sure that's in BC.
Oh, I was going to say Kokanee. I'm pretty sure, it's in BC.
I'm pretty sure it's in BC.
I don't think I have time to do that, but that's cool if you want to go.
Oh, well, I'll fuck myself then. Sweet.
Maybe for a bachelor party we go over there.
Yeah.
Or Banded.
Yeah.
Or Shadow Creek in Vegas.
Or Cabot.
Fuck, we just go to Pebble, anything. We just go to all these places.
Yeah. Let's just go to Augusta. Fuck it.
Honestly,
you know what? I got some connections.
They would like our personality.
I think so.
Yeah. This is a tiring start to this podcast. I am exhausted. I'm tired, but we got a lot to talk about. It's the Leafs being the Leafs again, and we'll go right into it. I mean, again, I'll take this record that they've had going into this point from we were last time. I don't like how they got there. I just don't like it. Like it's, again, if you could ask me if I'd rather them beat the best teams or beat the worst teams, I'd rather beat the best teams. That's what you're going to see in the playoffs. Just like, you see, like if Colorado plays San Jose, it's 6-0, 6-1. That's just like,
it's so annoying. I was saying to the guys at work, because like now when I work afternoons, I get to watch the night games, because especially if it's a slow night, we finish everything by like 10 o'clock and then 10:30 hits, and I literally just sit in the warehouse with my phone perched up on a piece of metal while I'm like cleaning, and I get to watch the game. And it was like I turned the game on, it's 1-0 San Jose. I was like, sick, we're gonna lose to San Jose again. And then 1-1, 2-1, whatever. And then I was sitting there, and it got to the point where I was like, okay, they're just gonna lose. It was like, I think it was like 5-3. And then they come back, they score. I get home, I'm like, sweet. Watch the shootout. They lose in a fucking shootout again. And I was just sitting there like, how can we go from a 7-2 win to a 6-5 shootout loss to the goddamn San Jose Sharks and then beat the fucking LA Kings, who are like 26-3-4 at home?
They were at the point they were 26-3-4 at home, which is absurd.
Ridiculous.
Absurd. And we'll like, again, like you said, Philly 7-2. Nylander and Tavares both had 4 points. Just, I mean, I would say Matthews is starting to find his legs. I think these last few games, he's looked really, really good. Mm-hmm. Like that one shift against Philly where it was like 2-on-2 and he cut to the middle and went back like over the guy's stick and he shot on net. He's looking really good. San Jose, he looked really good. I mean, Nylander, though, like that first shift of overtime, I thought he was going to bury. He just got his legs and went end to end, and then he almost dangled. But I will say, man, San Jose is going to be fucking good. Like those young guys, like that kid line of Eklund, Celebrini, and Will Smith, like those guys are studs.
Yeah, they're going to be firing.
It's going to be a while. Like it's crazy to think, like, yeah, they have so much talent, but they're dead last. But they will get better. They have a goaltender of the future. They're just going to need more time. But yeah, I mean, and then
Speaking of fucking goaltenders,
that
Woll looked like dog shit.
That was the worst. That was his worst game of the season by far. Up until shootout, yeah, Celebrini and Will Smith had nice shootout moves, but I mean, I would like a save. I would like a save. But
The point I stopped watching at was when he went to go play the puck, shot it at a guy's skate, and it went in the goal. I was like, all right, that's sick. That's Leafs hockey.
That was his worst game of the year. I tweeted that, and then someone responded to me, "You fucking idiot! It was one game." He's been playing, like, dude, like, well, I said, like, I was like, worst game of the year. Then I said Stolar's game one starter. I just said that. I mean, I'll have to take a deeper dive, but like, he's like, "You fucking idiot!" You looked at the past few months. I'm like, dude, I literally said, I mean, a good conversation, but like, it's, I don't know. The goaltending has been great. I don't even know who fucking played last night. Was it Stolarz played last night?
Stolarz played last night, yeah.
I think last 2 months Stolarz has been down. I guess he's coming back from injury. And Woll actually, besides that game, actually has been pretty good. But I think if you look throughout the entire season, I think Stolarz has been a lot better. I think he's shown more consistency, and he has better bounce back games than Woll has.
It's kind of up and down for both of them. Stolarz, especially coming off the injury, it's been kind of up and down. Yeah. But like for just crazy saves and big moments, Stolarz definitely has
he's
that
been more consistent,
over Woll.
and also he's bounced back better than Woll has. Like I can't remember much time when Stolarz has had 2 bad games in a row, really bad. I mean, I don't know, but again, LA, like that's just a huge win for him, but I'm just nervous that I don't want to have a Boston situation when they, best team in the league, 65 wins, and you just don't really know who to start, and you're fucking up the rotation. With Swayman and Allmark back then, even last year, you're kind of fucking up. You got to ride the hot hand, and like even if a guy loses, say like we play Tampa, we lose game 1, but it's a 3-2 game, like great game. You don't go back. You don't go to the other goalie. That'd be insane.
Yeah,
obviously,
you need consistency.
Yeah, and it sucks. Like obviously, they're both fighting for it. And it's, again, you ride the hot hand. Like if Stolarz is on a heater, you play him. But also you got tied to the fact that like if you look at Woll's playoff numbers last playoffs, they're a fucking joke. His save percentage was 98 and his goals against was 0.6. I don't even know if that's mathematically possible. But that's what his math. Those were his numbers.
No big math over here.
He was a reason we came back against Boston. Again, it's a shoulda, coulda, woulda. If he played Game 7, you have to think that we win that game.
I agree.
But end of the day, huge 3-1 win. Good job, Buds.
Good job, Buds. Love it.
Like this again, Matthews. He looked like the best player in the world last night. He looked unbelievable, and he's just so big. And people are mad because when I think it was his shorthanded goal that there should have been a high stick. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. I stopped watching.
He dumped it. He dumped it in, and it kind of went off the glass, and he tapped it down, and it was pretty clearly a high stick. I watched the replay. I'm like, wow, yeah, I didn't even see that, but it was pretty clearly a high stick. Then he wrapped around, and then no one got him, so he just went in and sniped.
Yeah,
but sucks to suck.
Ever since we've been kind of riding him and making it seem like stop playing. He's played a lot better. But like even when we were roasting him, like he was still no.
God, did he hear the noise?
You think he'd listen to 2 of us? I've never played hockey in my life, and you played hockey. I'm not going to be a dick. I'm not going to take a shot.
Dude, I was trying to, I posted that. This is kind of off topic. I posted that golf graphic of me and you. I was trying to find like a funny photo. So I don't know why. I'm such an idiot. Like I have photos of myself, but I Googled my name on Google for some reason, thinking that is a headshot of me somewhere. Even though I have headshots on my laptop and phone. But like, let's Google myself. And I found my highlight tape back in like when I was like 18, 19. And it's the most depressing highlight tape you've ever seen. I was a decent.
That's not what you need to hear.
I was a decent player. Like I played junior B and I could move the puck, but I wasn't a big point. I didn't get points. I wasn't that big of a point. So my highlight tape, it's like win the faceoff back to me as a defenseman. I'd make a good breakout pass and cut it. That was the highlight. And it was just like clips of me just making like a decent play, like a 2-on-1 breakup or just flicking a puck on net. Like it wasn't the best highlight tape. And
that's hilarious.
Awesome for this company. We like paid this company to make this clip. We gave a bunch of clips and it was just like it's a fucking waste of time. That was the best highlight clip.
We should do one where we show both of our highlight tapes. I actually just recently watched my highlight tape from football. It's so funny because it's like 90% of the clips come from one school that we played, MM Robinson, and it was literally like the best game of my career. I had like I blocked like 2 punts, forced 3 fumbles, just laid the body out. And then the rest of it, there's one clip where we're playing this school called Georgetown, and I was lined up on the offense. And I run like a quick out pattern. I get like a 30-yard gain, take it down to the 1 yard line, and the clip cuts. But in the actual game, I got called for a penalty because I didn't check in with the ref to make sure I was on the line of scrimmage. But it's in my highlight tape. Oh, it's hilarious. Anyway.
I don't know how we got there. Oh, yeah. If Matthews is watching, if you're watching, yeah.
Should watch our highlight tapes.
Yeah, you should. But yeah, I mean, he looked dominant. If you gotta give Tavares like 10 at this point, like he has been. This is his best season. This is the best year of his career. He's like what, 34, 35?
He's got 35 goals.
He's got 35 goals. He's Mr. March. Like I don't know how many goals he has in the month of March. I have to look that up.
He's scored a goal in the last 5 games.
Like, oh my god,
he scored at least 1 goal in the last 5.
I'm scared now. It's good for him, and I'm so like it's awesome. But he clearly wants to stay. I think he's stated that multiple times. But the fact that we could have probably got him for 3 times 7 by the deadline and we didn't re-sign him to that, that's a fucking steal. I keep hearing that the Leafs may hold off on him to go look for bigger fish. Isn't he one of the best free agents right now? Like, isn't he the big fish? I mean, besides Marner, obviously. Would you... I mean, obviously there's Bennett, and there's a lot of ties between Bennett and Toronto. But like... If I'm being honest, I'm okay with keeping Tavares for 3 more years at $7.5, $8 million. Like, I don't know if I want to give Bennett that 8x8 contract. I mean, I know we were glazing him last time and saying we should give him 9, but I don't know. I'm the most recency biased guy ever. Like I'm saying,
I think for Tavares, like I think he's kind of settled. Like I don't think he wants to move again. I think he probably wants to stay in his hometown. So it's like I don't know. It's kind of tough.
I could see a team offering him like $9 million for like 2 years. Like, yeah. I mean, a guy who's that young, who has that many goals, who's that good defensively, face off. I know he's getting older, so I can't see a team giving him much more than like 3 or 4 years. But man, if we can get him for 3 times 7, 7.5, something like that, similar to what maybe a Nyes bridge deal. Because right now, like, he's never been hotter, and this is arguably his best season of his entire career, not just in Toronto. Like his career high in goals was 47, which is nuts, which was actually his first year in Toronto. He had 47 goals and 88 points. His best year in the Islanders was the year prior to that, was 37 goals, 84 points. I mean, right now he has 35 goals, 69 points, nice, in 66 games. With 9 games left?
Yeah,
if he gets to 40, dude. Like, I mean, that's a lot to ask. But with how hot he is, like, I would be surprised if he gets 5 goals in 10 games.
Well, you gotta think too, like the amount, the meaning, like behind these games. We play Florida twice. We play Ottawa once. We have Columbus coming up as well. We play Tampa once. It's like you're gonna have to dig in, and it's gonna be either like I picture the Florida games being like probably like 3-2, 2-1, or maybe like a 5-4.
Yeah, I can see that.
But like you're gonna have to dig in, and you're gonna have to rely on those guys. Like, yes, we need depth, and we need like Camp and McMahon's and all these guys to dig in and get goals as well. But Lawton, big
goal in San Jose, attaboy.
Yeah, but figure it out, Yeah. And I think with the way that Tavares and the way that Nylander's played all year is like he kind of flies under the radar, not a ton, but just due to the Matthews and Marner publicity, is like Nylander is like it's obviously the big 4, but Nylander just puts his head down.
He shows up the most. Yeah, he shows up.
His head down, skates around everyone. Watching him in the offensive zone is wild. Yeah. He'll take the puck from one side, skate around the back of the net, skate through 4 guys, dump it off. Like, it's insane.
He just waits for his time to pounce. And sometimes, like, if it's like a 2-on-2 and he's kind of just like trying to look for a move and he'll just like dump it in, do whatever. But then when he sees that hole, when he sees it, he finds it. And he
sometimes it makes me mad, though, because you'd be like, you'll see 4 guys. You'll see 4 guys in the defensive zone, and like we get the puck, and then out of nowhere they pan the camera down the ice, and Nylander's just waiting by the other blue line. You're like, God damn, dude, like fucking chill out.
He shows up the most, and he's our clutchest player again. Like it's shoulda, coulda, woulda, but if we had him in the playoff, like I mean, when he came back, he scored almost every game against Boston. He scored the first game in Game 7, or the game when we was like 5 minutes left, and I thought we could have pulled it off. And then he scored the clinching one in Game 6, that breakaway. Don't get me started. But yeah, I mean, there's only 2 more. There's only, besides tonight with Anaheim, we fucking lose to Anaheim. Anaheim is pretty hot right now, I will say. But we better fucking win Anaheim. That would be, I hate how, so when we tied San Jose, or when we got the point in San Jose, we technically got in the first, right? But then I think Florida won in overtime against Utah with Marchand to Bennett overtime winner, which is hilarious. That's scary, dude. But then we won last night, which was huge. But so if Florida wins in regulation today and Toronto wins, we clinch playoffs.
Yeah. We're at 92. They're at 91.
I think Montreal's winning the last time I checked. They're already winning, which is nice, which is awesome because Florida's in my bet the farm. So go fuck myself. It's 1-1 now. All right.
The Canadians are fucking.
As much as I hate Montreal, I would love every Canadian team in the playoff. That would be really cool. If both wildcard teams are Ottawa and Montreal, that'd be pretty cool. Even though I would love Columbus in too with the whole Johnny Gaudreau thing. I think that would be awesome to see. So I'm happy either way. Again, anything can happen. I'm pretty confident Ottawa's in the playoffs. What's their standings? How many points ahead of Montreal are they?
Ottawa, they're at 83 and Montreal's at 75.
New York 77. 10 games left, 83 points. You're 6 points ahead. If you just go win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, you're in. If you just go 500, you're in. So even though I'm pretty sure they're in. But what else here? We'll see. And there's only 2 games for our next pod, Florida, then Columbus. Those are, we got to beat Florida. We have not beat Florida yet this year. And just Columbus, that's a hot team. That's a team who they were out of it again. Obviously they're in the wild card for most of the year, and they kind of dropped a bit. But now recently they're back. That's a team that needs some wins. Those are 2 big games.
It's insane. The last 8 games is still insane. You play the Ducks today, which is the Ducks are on a little bit of a hot streak. Then we play Florida on Wednesday. Then the Blue Jackets next Saturday. Then Florida again. Then Tampa. We play Florida Tuesday, April 8th. Then we play Tampa Wednesday, April 9th, which is sick. Then we play Montreal. Then we play Carolina. Then we play Buffalo, which is whatever. And then we play the Red Wings in the last game of the season. It's just fuck. I
don't know. It's
the last 2 games is kind of a break because Buffalo's just dog shit, and then the Red Wings, are good. But
again, if Toronto's healthy, it's health. Last year health fucked us. It really did. Matthews had his issues. He missed a game. Nylander had his migraines, and Woll in the last game got hurt. So if it's health and if our guys are riding high, which if Tavares is, Matthews playing his best hockey at the right moments, you know what I mean? We're not hearing a ton out of Marner right now, even though again it's me and Twitter. I had a beef with this other guy. It's just he just is ripping on Marner at the San Jose games. He should be dominating. He had 3 assists. He had 3 assists against San Jose, and he's like, yeah, but he should be scoring. I'm like, you're dogging him. Because he had 3 fucking assists, but he didn't score a goal. And he analyzed every single assist. He's like, he shot the puck on net and Tavares tipped it. I'm like, yeah, but he moved it on the point and he found a lane and he shot it. It's not like it was all Tavares. He's analyzing each assist. I'm like, yes, sure, score a goal every now and then, Marner, for fuck's sakes. But you had 3 goddamn assists and you said he didn't dominate.
Yeah, that's the thing with Matthews too. When we were kind of ripping Matthews, he had fucking
I would never.
He had 9 assists in 8 games or something like that. It's you have to put the puck in the net when you're getting paid that much. But if you're setting up chances to win and you're setting up goals, then
that's the difference. So Marner, his game is assists. He's never had more than 30 goals. He's usually mid 25 goal, 20 goal. But then he has 70, 80 assists or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And Matthews is the complete opposite. That's why I was kind of more saying Matthews should be scoring, but Marner, that's not his game, right? So his game is setting guys up. But I will say it's about the contract with Marner. Again, I'm okay with giving him 13.2, whatever, for 8 years. We're the only team that can give him 8 years. But the interesting thing is, it's we're acting like he's a Kucherov or a McKinnon, where he's not. He's not a Kucherov or McKinnon. Those guys have already over 100, 110 points right now. And Marner has a lot of points, but it's 88 points in 72 games, which is awesome. He might get 100. Again, he's at that 12 points in 10 games type thing, which he could. Yeah. But again, I get the salary cap going up. I understand that whole thing. Is he worth more than McKinnon? It's no, but we talked about last time. McKinnon technically is underpaid. So is McDavid. But those guys, when it's their time, they're going to... I can see McDavid, because his contract's up not this year, but the year after. He might be the first ever $18-20 million player, right? Mm-hmm. It's just, again, it's where the times is. Yes, technically when guys sign, even though he signed for the max, in 2-3 years when the salary cap rises, you're technically underpaid. So yes, at the time, Marner will probably be the highest paid guy in the league. But give it a few more years, you're like, okay, this guy gets 99 points, 100 points every single season. And with the salary cap going, it's actually not that bad. But yeah, it's.
No, I agree.
He's not a Kucherov. He's not one of those guys. But I would rather overpay him than see him go. That's what I would rather. You know what I mean? That's with a lot of things. I'd rather not go through the dog days again. Just pay these guys. This is, I know we don't, not big baseball guys around here, but have you seen what's happening with Vladdy?
Yeah, they could not.
Apparently he
they're-
wants $600 million over 15 years.
Yeah, they couldn't come to an agreement because
Apparently
the
they're
Jays
offering
wanted.
like 400 or something.
They're offering him like, I think they were offering him like 5 or 550, and they couldn't come to an agreement between like $50 million. Which again, coming from us, we don't know how
hundreds of millions of dollars. Like fuck
hundreds
off.
of millions. I said, well, that's a lot of money, but
I make
like
that money in a day.
it's the baseball contracts are ridiculous. Like even some of these football contracts are getting insane, but baseball contracts are like you want 600 million over 15 years.
I know.
Like
they're saying,
and you play a ton of games. You play what? How many games they play?
162.
Like, yeah, you play a lot of games, and yes,
it's so crazy to say.
It's insane.
That's almost 2 NHL seasons.
But at the same time, it's like, yes, baseball's. I'm not a big baseball guy.
I'll be honest. I want to start getting into it because I've been watching some of the games. It actually is getting a lot. I can enjoy a game now. I will say.
Yeah, except the Blue Jays stink. They fucking lost 12-2 the opening day.
But then they won the next game like 9-7. But then they lost last night.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I feel like opening day was yesterday. The teams have already played like 5 games.
Yeah, it's wild.
They play like every day.
It's insane. That's why I said to my one coworker, I was like, I can't get into baseball. I have a fucking excuse to drink a beer every single night.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. There's nothing wrong with that. What other hockey news we got? Oh my God, you see Sheldon Keefe ripping into his player?
Yes,
holy
it's wild.
That was awesome. And the poor guy,
he's out of Craig Berube's book, brother.
Poor guy, like he didn't even say anything that bad. Like he said, like, we gotta start playing playoff hockey. We're obviously we're on the down slope. We're probably they're probably still gonna make playoffs. With no Jack Hughes. I don't think any team's picking them, but they're probably in playoffs. Like, hey, we're not out of this. Like, we're gonna make playoffs. That doesn't mean like we lost our best player that we're out. Like, we gotta start playing playoff hockey. The Keefe just fires back. Coach of it gotta be better. Fuck, man, give the kid a break.
So funny. It's so good.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, I think considering how he was with the Leafs, like there was a thing that they
wanted him to be tougher, so it's good to see
when Berube came in, especially like when I think it was the Blues in the Cup run. They showed a clip of Berube going into the third period talking to the team, and then they showed a clip of Keefe talking to the team in Game 7 against the Bruins.
Oh my God, it's hilarious! Go have fun out there. Go have fun.
Let's go, guys. Go have fun out there. And then it's Berube. It's like 20 minutes of fuck you hockey. It's like, yeah. You need to be. The coaches is. There's definitely a change in coaching, but like you need to still be a little bit hard on the guys. Yeah, I like that out of Keefe.
I think he regretted the way he said it. I think he could have worded it better. Been like, we all need to be better. He didn't really need to call him out. But yeah, I agree. I want to talk about that Palmieri goaltender interference. Did you see that?
It was ridiculous. I didn't
believe that got called. In a biggest game, Islanders Columbus, both teams like points out of wild card.
The goaltender pushed the player, and it was like.
And the goaltender had time, even though there was contact, even though the goaltender initiated contact. Even
if you wanted to get set.
I was going to say, even if you wanted to argue that the player initiated contact, which still is okay, if the goalie has time to get back, which he more than had time, they immediately said no. It was
wild.
But yeah, that was kind of crazy. That was a while ago, but it's just, if the Islanders get in the playoffs, I may not watch a single game of theirs. I remember when they played Carolina in the playoffs last year, I think. Two of the most boring teams in the NHL. I know Carolina's on a heater right now, but they're not a fun team to watch. I don't care what people say. They trap guys. They're just not a good team to watch. And you watch the Islanders, which is a snore fest, the same thing. All their games are going to be like 1-0. Like, it's just, I don't care. I'm not watching that, but I'm praying that they don't get in, which I doubt they'll get in. Jacob Chikrin, 8 years, $72 million, $9 million.
Make good dance. Bands will make good dance. Hey, bands will make good. There'll be like a point in the day where I just look up that video of Ovi. Did you see the most recent video of Ovi? He's
no Bucky.
Doggy, no Bucky, doggy. And he walks up and he's got his bucket on and he goes, "Hey, no Bucky," and fucking smacks it off his head.
He's just like, "Hey Willie, no Bucky for Doomy?" He's like, "No Bucky." He's like, "Hey, no Bucky."
And then did you see someone taped $100 bill to Chitrin's back?
Oh yeah, that guy is nuts. So we'll get into. I think it's a smidge of an overpay. I mean, he's a great defenseman. He's never gotten more than like 45 points, but he's young. He's only 26. Again, salary cap and the way how good that locker room's gelling. I think you got to keep those guys together. And again, this is a defenseman who's had multiple 12-goal, 15-goal seasons, who's about to have 20 goals as a defenseman. And again, he's a lefty. He's like a 6'4", 220. He's a horse. He has injury issues, but at a full 82 game season, he probably can get 50, 60 points. Again, bit of an overpay, but I could have seen a team give him 8x8, so $1 million more a year for a team who is in zero cap issues. I don't think it was a bad deal.
No,
he had protests making 3.7 for 5 more years, and Strome makes $6 million for 5 more years as well. And
yeah, it's crazy.
So I don't think it was a bad deal. I mean, again, bit of an overpay, but for that, I think it was a good deal for both teams, and good for him.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money. I want to talk about this Gavin McKenna cat. Have you been seeing this guy?
Yeah, man, he's going off.
29 points in 56 games. It's the second most points ever. For a draft -1 player. Do you know what I mean by that? Good. I didn't know either. But it's so for a player who he has 1 more year left till.
Okay, that's a dumb way to say that.
I know they call it draft -1. I don't know why they say it like that. How about they say non-draft eligible player?
Yeah, fuck.
It was the most since Sid. Sid had like 130 points, and McKenna. And people are saying
23 points in his last 5 games.
Yeah. And in 2 playoff games, he has 8 points because the CHL playoffs just started. He's absurd. He's putting up, and people are saying, and I don't blame them, and I don't disagree, because now I don't know if you know with the CHL and how CHL and college work. In the past, if you played any game or got paid anything by CHL, you were ineligible for college. You couldn't play college hockey for US. But now they banished that. They don't do that anymore. So guys can. Which is great. So guys who can play 4 years OHL, CHL, whatever, say they didn't get drafted, they want more shot. Instead of going to CIS, which is Canadian University, which is still great hockey, but you're not getting that much exposure like you would in the US. You can be okay. I'm still, some guys take a bit longer, right? Like I thought Bobby McMahon was 23 years old. He's almost 30 years old, Bobby McMahon. He's like 28, 29. Yeah. He's like 28, 29 years old.
I did not know that.
Yeah, exactly. So guys take longer, right? So now you're like, hey, 2021, you're still growing, but
isn't it
team
crazy?
Wants you in your OHL. So you go play college in the US, you make a bag, and just keep developing for 4 more years.
Isn't it crazy that Canadian university hockey isn't bigger? You would think, considering like how big hockey is here, it would be a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Like even when I was at U of T, like the only people who went to the games were girlfriends of the guys or boyfriends of the girls, and then other sports teams.
Yeah.
Whereas like you have Minnesota high school hockey, and it looks like fucking Texas high school
arenas, yeah,
it's wild.
That's the exact equivalent. It's like Texas high school football is like Minnesota high school hockey. Like it's
it's wild.
But what I was bringing up with that is like, why wouldn't Gavin McKenna go to college? He has nothing more to prove to CHL. College hockey is better hockey. You have like 23, 24-year-olds, mostly guys who are already drafted. You're not getting much better. Yeah, next year put up 160 points in the WHL. Yeah. Go play college hockey, make $1 million probably, and get better. And I mean, get an education. Like he's gonna fucking need an education, but like just get better and develop more.
It makes, not that the competition in these other leagues isn't great, but like a lot of these leagues have age limits, don't they? So like, especially when you get into college and you have a guy who is literally playing college hockey but getting an education, he's like 24, 25.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the age cap is, but like that was my
CHL, it's like 20, 21 years old.
Yeah, dude, the biggest difference like going from high school football to university football is like the very first day I'm lined up against a 27-year-old senior who had gotten exemption because he missed a couple years due to COVID or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's
Miami
sick.
tight end, the Miami tight end.
Yeah, like that's sick. I'm 18 years old. I'm playing against someone who's 9 years my senior. That's awesome.
It's like, and this is a guy who I actually was going to text you, a guy who I kind of want to get on the pod, right? And it's a brother of a friend of ours who I'd love to interview. You know who that is?
Young Ollie.
Long Ollie. Because he's an interesting guy. So he was a great young player, minor midget and AAA player for a while. Then he signed in the OHL. And then I think his last year he had like 80 points. But because of his age and he kind of took longer to get to the OHL, he couldn't play in the OHL anymore. And at that time, there was still that rule against NCAA hockey. So I shouldn't say he had to go to CIS, but he's playing at a good school out east. I can't remember the name of the school.
Dalhousie, I think.
I think. But anyways, like if he had that NCAA exemption where like now guys can, you would think he could go there, develop for 4 more years, and get a better shot of exposure in the NHL. We're not saying he can't from the CIS and go play pro in Sweden or whatever, which I think he wants to do. But you got to think, like, maybe go play, get more exposure in NCAA, right? Which
talk about a ringer of a sibling, eh?
Oh, I think
talk about a ringer, just a better peer brother out of all.
His older brother, he's in shambles.
He's in shambles. It was in Winnipeg all last week,
begging to be there.
Begging to be there. Told me this morning it was beautiful weather, other than the snow that got dumped on him on Thursday.
But that'd be cool to get him though. I would like to talk to him. I think that'd be an interesting case because now, like, people are saying, Michael Misa, I don't know if you know him. He's one of the top prospects going to this draft. I mean, he's raising now, so he'll probably play in the NHL next year. But if he was like a lower pick where maybe he wouldn't play, people are saying Boston University was offering him like $1 million to go play.
Dude, that's what's crazy with the NIL deals now. It's like you have crazy NIL deals that.
How much would a team play Gavin McKenna, the next McDavid, to go play a year at your university? You'd give him like a few million. I know it's wild. Hockey's budget is probably not as good as like Texas or Alabama football, but you're probably still making some good money.
It's still crazy, like especially when you get into like a North Dakota or you get into these schools where hockey is their number one. Like down in the South, football is the number one. Like money, it brings in the most money. But you get into like North Dakota, Minnesota. Minnesota has a good football team, but hockey is where they're making their bang for their buck. Like I would argue they probably have in and around the same budget.
Yeah, I would say so.
Well, down south, they don't have hockey teams; they have hockey clubs.
Well, since I put this later on the list, but since we're talking about this, is Caden Lindstrom. I doubt you know who that is, but he was drafted 4th overall to Columbus last year. He's like this 6 foot, 2 foot or 2 power forward. It was like 2 points a game, but then he like broke his back during his draft year, or something really. But he had back surgery, but he's recovering well, and where Columbus is looking, they get this monster 4th overall pick. So he is actually going to Michigan State after playing in the WHL, because like obviously CHL has great development and everything, but like some of these like college places, like they have like altitude rooms, they have constant service free. So he's going to go play a year at Michigan State. They have actual
funding, right? Yeah, like especially with the amount of money that some of these schools can bring in. Like I knew a girl who went and played college hockey for Michigan State, and even just like her talking about the weight rooms and all that kind of stuff, like it was insane. Like even some universities in Canada, like you go to a Western, like I got to tour their facility with our high school, and it is ridiculous because of what their football they've won 1 million Yates Cups and Vanier Cups, and they're like the pinnacle of Canadian football in the university space, and they have crazy. And then you look at U of T, and I think in my tenure at U of T, we won a total of like 4 fucking games in 3 years.
4-piece.
And we still had like the anti-gravity treadmills. We had cold plunges, hot tubs, and the football team got like privy to all of it before any other fucking sports team. Like I think I was telling you, like the soccer team was training on the field, and they went past their time into where our time was, and the soccer team had to change their time so that it would never happen again. I would love that. I would love a lot of these like schools, like hockey schools. They have these like high altitude rooms where it's like a bike room, and you can raise the altitude or what it would feel like. I would love to try that. But so like again, like for this guy, like why go? Yeah, so he's done with the WHL. He wants more care, and he like is Michigan and Ohio, are they right beside each other? I have no idea. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, because so he's a Columbus draft pick. So I mean I guess Michigan State's closer. I mean, definitely closer than where he was in Medicine Hat, Alberta, or where the fuck he was. Yes, correct. So, well, yeah, like Michigan and Ohio are like they border each other. Yeah, so good for that. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, but the GM meetings, they had their meetings in Palm Springs, Florida, or Jupiter, wherever the fuck they were. Definitely talking a lot. But some keynotes they talked about. The CBA talks to begin in April. Hopefully that goes well. I think the players want a little bit more this time. But I mean, with the salary cap going, I'm sure they can give them more. And I think previous years where there was a lockout, there was conversations that like, hey, there's likely heading towards a lockout. Like people can know. This time looks like things are going well. I don't think there's going to be any issue. But the Four Nations talk was a big talk with future All-Star games, because it's now it raised the bar so high that any All-Star game is just not going to be the same. I think I talked with this with you last time, or maybe even Nick. Like, this abolished the All-Star game. Who cares? Well, it's more or less just like you have, like we've talked about it ad nauseum, but it's like you have so many like best on best, country versus country. Every 2 years you're going to have something. Olympics or World Cup every 2 years. And so it's like, yeah, the All-Star game was good, but you saw what it's done in basketball. Like the last basketball All-Star game I can tell you that I watched was in 2016. Yeah, like, that was a good one. And like NFL, I haven't watched it other than like the one Pro Bowl where they first did flag football, which I think was either 2 years ago or a year ago.
I think it was 2 years ago, but yeah.
I watched that because I was interested, but now I just don't care. And it's like the skills competitions aren't fun.
No.
And it's good for families and stuff, but 9 times out of 10 where they're like hockey's a little different where they do the All-Star game and same with basketball, but like football, it's always like Hawaii or Las Vegas or
that's the good thing with the NHL. Like they find the next year is supposed to be Long Island, which they could use some more publicity because they're not a very popular team. So like, 1 year they had Columbus. I know a lot of people don't want to go to Columbus, but I mean, like it raises that team stock a bit, or Ottawa or Carolina.
Well, yeah, and it's great for people who usually aren't able to get out and see these amazing players, right? Like, yeah, you might not have an absolute superstar on your team, but then you have but also at the same time, it's like, just get rid of the All-Star game, let them do best on best in the years that you don't have it, give them a week off, or figure out something else to do where it's like maybe you figure out getting the best prospects versus the best prospects and do like an international team versus, whatever.
Yeah, I agree. They're saying like having like a prospects game, maybe an under 25 game or something. And by the way, you can still have all-stars. You can still say like, oh, here's our mid-season all-stars. You can still, because Gretzky has the most ever all-stars. We don't want to ruin that record. Like still give out an all-star. But we don't, I don't know. I don't think you need the whole theatrics.
You can still make a team, but it's like you don't have to don't have to have like I don't know. 9 times out of 10 too, like the players, they don't take it, like that was the whole reason why the NFL stopped doing like the actual Pro Bowl tackle football, because these guys just didn't care and they don't want to get hurt, especially if they're going into contract negotiations or if they're going into like a free agency. Yeah, well, I'm not going to go hard out on this Pro Bowl that means nothing to me, unless you're Sean Taylor, then you absolutely level Brian Moorman. But like, you're not going out to just sell out and then possibly get traded and then you're now hurt or your stock goes down. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know. Yeah, they need to figure it out.
But yeah, last kind of important thing about that meeting is they kind of want to find something for the high tax teams or help the high tax teams. I don't know. I mean, I love that, as Toronto is one of those high tax teams. But end of the day, Florida's been around since 92, 93, and they're only been relevant for the past 2-3 seasons. Like they were dog shit for a long time, and during that time they were one of those low tax teams. It's just now they're starting to become good. So now we want to help the low tax teams, right? So I mean, if they could, as a Toronto fan, I'm biased. I would love that. But at the end of the day, Florida's been shit for a long time. Now they're becoming good. So now they're becoming good. We want to, we kind of want to take that away from them. You know what I mean? Like they're good because, yes, they're tax rate, but they've had that same tax rate for the past 3 decades, right? And they were shit for 90% of that time, right? Like this is the only time they've really been relevant. So, again, as a Leaf fan, I'm okay with it. But at the same time, I don't think the need for it is right now. I think it's too early in their success as a team. I mean, we could see it with the salary cap rising and, like Dallas, Vegas, Florida, these teams may just win every year, but I think it's too early, but it's nice that they started that conversation. Okay, let's keep an eye on this. Right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
nothing else to say about that. I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's see. This is our longest hockey talk we've ever had, which I love, though. Craig Bunn's top prospects: Schaefer, Misa, Martone. Not really anything surprising there.
No, I think we talked about that the last time too.
And I think the only team that would take Misa over Schaefer, which would be Chicago. They already have so much good defensemen. They've signed Sam Brinzel, Oliver Moore, 2 top college prospects, 2 like Colby Baker guys. So they need another guy to play with Bedard. So I think they're the only guy to take Misa, which obviously good for them. So they probably fall in their lap. I mean, if San Jose could take Schaefer, that's unbelievable. But yeah, I'm very excited for the NHL draft. For Sherwood breaks the all-time single season hits record. This is from a few days ago. This is at like the 67 game mark. 5 hits in 57 games. He's probably over 400 now, but that's almost 6 hits a game. You know how tiring that is?
Throwing the body around.
I mean, in football and hockey, it's different, but like, when you hit a guy, it's not like, you're hurt it and you're hitting that guy, but you're getting tired yourself just from throwing that.
It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy.
So that's incredible.
Football is a little different. You get to hit someone, like a few second break, kind of reload a little bit. Hockey is like you hit someone and now all of a sudden the puck's 200 feet down the ice.
Or you hit the guy and then you get the puck.
Yeah. Right? Now you got a quick decision.
Now you got to keep your head on a swivel. That's sick for him. Makes only $1.5 million. I already stroked him off enough. Miko's struggling, but Carolina dominating. I mean,
what's fucking new?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. He'll find his game. Not really. Again, he still gets points. Like it's just I don't think he. He's not making these points.
I learned about Mikko Rantanen fucking a month ago, and I just don't give a fuck. It's like Yeah, buddy, you fucking, at this point, yeah, you went through a lot of struggle and fucking figuring out where you want to be. Fucking figure it out and play hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting paid.
Oh yeah, I don't really feel bad for him anymore. Or I'm not sure I feel bad in the first place, but we were kind of like, hey, finding a new home and all that.
Yeah,
but now it's
tough.
like, fuck that. No, but now it's like, fuck that.
You're a grown man.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You're getting paid $12 million a year to live in Dallas, Texas. Like, relax.
With no tax.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
You're making $12 million schmilly a year. But Crosby record, we kind of teased it last time. We knew he was going to break it soon, and he did. It sucks that it was in a 7-2 loss against Buffalo.
It's so horrible. Lose the fucking absolute toilet bowl of a game.
Dude, but like 20 point per game seasons. And I tweeted this and actually got pretty well on Twitter. I'm not going to lie to you.
There you go.
I said he's probably never been under a point per game in his entire life.
No.
He had CBC following him when he was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
There's no way he was ever under a point per game.
It's so wild. It'd be like, yeah, I had most point per game seasons. Started when I was 9 years old, playing Tim Hortons.
Yeah. Well, no, but then someone tweeted me, he played like 2 call-up games for the MJHL, like Maritimes Junior, and he had 1 point in 2 games. So I tweeted overrated. And I got berated on Twitter. I was like, I'm clearly kidding, but I love Sid.
Oh my god,
but dude,
that's I'm telling you, all those kids, fucking, we talked about it last week. Yeah. All those kids who said Sidney Crosby's overrated, fucking figure it out.
He has to be in everyone's top 5 all the time. I know, again, it's the whole generation talk, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people say he's the best player of all time, just for how long he's done it, how much he's won everywhere. But I mean, your argument is, like back when Gretzky was playing, NHL players weren't allowed to play in the Olympics. So, I mean, if they were, you would assume you'd have some Olympic gold. But at the same time, Crosby's won everywhere. He's on that Mount Rushmore, in my opinion. He's one of the top 4, top 5 best players of all time. Did you see Dominic Hasek's comments on
about cheering for Ovi? It's like,
he said, if you cheer for him, you're basically, it's like, hey, you can be upset all you want with this whole Russia Ukraine.
We don't get political. We don't get political.
Never have, never will. But like, come on, like he's like celebrated. Like Gretzky's literally following him. Gretzky did the same, or Gordie Howe did the same thing with Gretzky. Like they follow him so he can be there, and it's just like come on, this is not the right time. I get it. Again, you want to shed light on everything that's happened. I can appreciate that. I get it, but don't shit on someone else. Like
I don't know. It's like it's just like, man, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm watching more of the Frozen Four. And you should watch more college hockey. It is sick. It is cool to watch.
I've been watching more of it just because it keeps popping up on my fucking feed.
Michigan State with the all-time upset, losing to Cornell.
That was wild.
But then Boston University beat Ohio State. Do you see that Cole Hudson goal? That goal line
is insane.
So in the Frozen Four, we have
he might be better than his fucking brother,
which is scary because Lane Hudson's having a sneaky good year. But let's see. Western Michigan beat Massachusetts, so they'll be in the Final Four. Boston College, Denver tonight. Oh, I might watch that. 7:00. Boston College is number 1. That's Ryan Leonard. That's James Higgins. That's a 16. But they're playing Denver, the back-to-back champions, who Denver has Zeev Bulliam. They have a sick team, so I might watch that tonight. It's hard to watch these college games in Canada, though. You have to like stream it somewhere, so it's tough.
Yeah. It is.
But
tough.
BC versus Denver. Whoever wins plays Western Michigan. And Boston University is already in the Frozen Four, and they play Penn State or UConn. That's going to be a good game. I might watch that too at 4:30. But yeah, do you have any other? That's the end of our hockey talk. 45. That was a good conversation we got there, Jackson.
Let me tell you. You know what? You got to stop posting clips though of just you talking because I'm getting roasted by some of my friends.
Why?
When we just talk about hockey, there's just some clips where it's just me nodding my head because, like, obviously I have some to add, but I don't got a lot. I'm trying.
Well, it's for the here. It's like I'm more just I'm not trying to expose myself here, but there's wonderful Riverside where we film our podcast. They create clips for you, and they find the clips. So it's like I'm
not mad about it. It's just I was getting roasted.
Mad, I don't care, but it's just like I can't do anything about it.
Getting roasted by some of my coworkers. They're like, "Yeah, watching some of the clips on YouTube and got fucking roasted because I don't talk." I was like, "Boys, I told you I don't watch hockey or I don't play hockey. Never played hockey in my life." Yeah. It's tough. It's really tough. I look like it.
All you talk about is fat blood. That's all you talk about.
Dude, my dad calls me and he goes, "Why do you have to air all of our band names?" And I was like, "Cause you named us the Mount Nemo Rattlers, dude."
Awesome.
I would go with a fat freak, fat blood, fat bottom daddy. Fucking give me fat bottom girls. I don't care. Give me something.
Yes, sir. So we'll ready to transition to football talk. You're more fucking pace here.
Yeah. There's not much to talk about, like other than fucking stupid Stefon Diggs.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, I want to just start with Stefon Diggs.
Here we go.
He said he heard down the grapevine in his opening presser. He's like, "Oh, I heard down the grapevine that Drake is kind of the same as Josh and whatever." And it's like, yeah, I've even said Drake May has some of Josh Allen's tendencies. But it's like, dude, it's like, first of all, his deal was like 3 years, 69 million, 26 million guaranteed.
Yep.
For a 32-year-old receiver coming off of, he's not even 10 months out of his ACL. Or I think he's just 10 months out of his ACL. And it's like, it makes sense because they actually have like a wide receiver one. But like the three teams was like the Jets, the Bills, and the Patriots. And if they brought him back to Buffalo, I would be just dumbfounded. Yeah. I think like that chapter's closed. But if he went to the Jets, I was more scared. I think Drake May's really good, and I think he's trending in the right direction. But also, like, considering Stefon Diggs and considering his past with how he treated some of his quarterbacks, it's like you have a second-year QB who
always good for a young guy,
right? Like, he's either going to be really great and be that guy who's able to lift him up. And like, I know I've been pretty hard on Stefon Diggs, but like, he's still going to be great for that.
Still a good receiver. He's just a cancer.
He's just fuck, like, whatever. But yeah, him to the Patriots. The deal that I just love is Russ to the Giants. It's just the best QB room ever. You got fucking
the quotes coming out of there. You're gonna have Russell. We have Russell Wilson thinking he's like Alexander the Great or like some Greek god, and then you have fucking Jameis Winston talking about like a chicken coop or something fucking random. Then you're gonna have Tommy DeVito. Just it's the most random.
You got Tommy DeVito cutting cold cuts in the back. You got Jameis Winston talking about whatever he talks about, and then you got Russell Wilson. It's just like, if I'm Malik Neighbors, I'm losing my mind. And it's like, you better draft QB. You've got two old QBs.
They won't though.
QBs and Tommy Cold Cuts and fucking Joey Cold Cuts.
Well, like if they draft, should say they draft Sanders. It's most likely, if it's a cute quarterback, it is Sanders, because I think Cam Ward's probably going 1 or 2. Like Sanders, if it's most likely him, like, are you just gonna cut DeVito right then and there? Yeah, I mean, he's definitely the lot like odd man out, but I don't know, it's weird. But I heard. Did you hear about this Jalen Carter expected contract he might sign next year?
No, I did not.
$68 million by 4 years. And I heard this some guy compared Jalen Carter to Ndamukong Suh. I can see that. Two big boys, just disruptors, don't really give a shit. Will step on your ankle. Like,
he's not as much of an asshole.
No, like, you think Suh's more of an asshole? Yeah.
100%, yes.
I love Ndamukong Suh though.
So do I.
He's awesome.
But yes, 100%. Like Jalen Carter, he's great. Does he deserve money? You know, but this is the other thing. It's like, you know, you have all these guys who are going to be making all this money. Like the cap is like, it's just, the Eagles they lost a lot of guys this year. They retained quite a few, but they lost a lot, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
It'll be interesting to see them. We ripped the Bengals, or you definitely ripped the Bengals last time, and some guy...
I'll rip them again. I fucking don't care.
Some guy roasted us, or actually roasted. He basically said, not everyone needs a podcast, but you're right. But just don't listen. That's all I gotta say.
You don't gotta watch.
You don't gotta watch. I don't recommend you watch.
You know what? If you're a Bengals fan and you like watching them score 45 points a game just to lose by a field goal in fucking overtime, go ahead. You know, but you can say what you want about the fucking Bills, but like, it's just ridiculous. It's like, fuck, man. Like, yeah, you paid your 2 receivers. T. Higgins finally got paid, which I think he definitely deserves it, because he would be a fucking number 1 wide receiver on like 28 other teams in the NFL.
They're out ripping Lambos in Miami. Just absolutely.
Just no care in the world.
No.
Like, Joe Burrow's happy, but you have like the possibility of Trey Hendrickson sitting out.
Yeah.
You know, and like, it's just the fucking Bengals. Like, you know, you went to the Super Bowl, you lost. You really haven't done a whole lot since. And, you know, it's like, Joe Burrow got hurt and he came back and he played amazing this year. But you were fighting to get into the playoffs because you don't have a defense. You fucking got nothing. Like, I think if they don't do well this year, this could be Zach Taylor gone. Like,
I'm surprised he's not gone already, honestly. I thought he was going to be fired for last season.
It's just fucking, I don't know. It's ridiculous.
I mentioned Puka Nacua retire by 30. I think that's pretty normal. How much he can accomplish by then? Like, how old is he? Like 23, 24?
Yeah, it's just kind of ridiculous. Did you hear what he said, though?
I don't really. I just saw that, and
he compared himself to Aaron Donald. He's like, I want to go out like Aaron, go out on top and blah. It's like, okay, respects. You're definitely a good receiver. Like, he's 100% amazing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, Aaron Donald was the most dominant defensive lineman.
3 defensive player of the year,
probably close to ever.
Yeah.
And I respect, especially in a sport of football, like, it takes a tax on you, especially as a wide receiver who gets targeted 8 to 9 times a game. You're getting fucking leveled. You're laying your body on the line. Completely understand. But you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of fucking what Jim Nantz just came out and said. This is the wildest fucking retirement tour. Sorry to get a little sidetracked here.
No, that's what we do around here. That was nuts. That was nuts.
I'm sitting there and I fucking pull out my phone and it's like Jim Nantz is retiring. And I was like, no fucking way. There's no way he retires before the Masters this year. It's like, oh no, in 2030, he's going to retire in 11 years.
It would have been still ridiculous if he said 2030, but at least it's okay. He's like 5 years, but 2025, 5 more years. Like, okay, that's even though it's still a little ridiculous. The fact that he said like over 10 years from now is absurd. And by the way, like Jim Nantz, he's the voice of the Masters, like 100%. Like, he is that guy. He's him. That's why if it was now, I would have been pissed. I'm like, that's the only voice I can think of. But I don't know. It's I can't tell if it's big baller move or just you're ridiculous.
No, yeah, you're throwing your nuts on the table.
Yeah, he's throwing his nuts on them.
You're throwing your nuts on the table and you're telling people, like, I literally was just like, this is the longest retirement tour ever. You got 11 years of fucking doing the Masters. Yeah. And like, it makes sense. Like, it's the 100th ever Masters. It's his 51st time ever doing it. Cool.
I'm so excited for the Masters, dude.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to put a bag on Rory. I cannot wait.
I've doubled down. My dad's got $100. I've put another 50.
All right, let's finish up football here.
Yeah.
Did you see this Miami Pro Day?
Yeah.
So they have their 27-year-old tight end who just says, I watched a little bit. It didn't look very good. He didn't look very good. I don't know what team is going to draft him. Like, I don't think he's a dominant. I didn't see his stats, but I don't think he's that good. But you see that wide receiver? He ran a 5.1. Their top wide receiver.
Pretty good for me.
Who had a good, that's doubled my time. Or I would run double that.
Was it Xavier Restrepo? Was that his name?
The wide receiver?
Yeah.
Apparently he actually had a good year, too. Like, he's actually a good wide receiver. But a 5.1 is absurd for a wide receiver.
Yeah. He ran, Xavier Restrepo.
Good name.
First 40-yard dash time was reported to be in 4.7.
I saw 5.1 and 4.9. I'm right.
Here we go. Offers explanation for slow 40-yard dash. Let's see what you're saying. Let's see what you're saying. I don't usually do this. Oh, I read this on Twitter or X. I don't usually do this, but I feel like it's necessary due to the circumstances. During warm-ups yesterday before my 40, my right hamstring tightened up on me and prohibited me to opening up my right. Fuck. You're better to not say anything. The reason I still ran is because for 2 straight weeks, I consistently hit 4.53 and 4.58 laser in training and thought I could still pull it off. I did everything, but just because it's in my blood to compete. With that being said, I'm now focusing on getting back to 100%. Ready to fuck off. Yeah, like, even a 4.5, man, that's fast. But like, you have some of these top wide receivers running fucking 4.4, 4.3. Like, if even for a big guy, that's good. But I don't know.
Trey Lance reportedly the Rough Riders.
Dude, when I saw this, I was pumped.
I could see him having.
I need the CFL to take over a little bit. I need the CFL.
I could see Trey Lance having like who was that guy on the BC Lions who had Nathan ridiculous. Rourke. I could see him having a Nathan Rourke just ridiculous year. Because again, he went overall for a reason, injuries, but also kind of as a bust. But he went through it overall. I could see him as absolutely putting on a show, and hopefully he does. That'd be sick.
Chad Ochocinco said when he came up north and he played for the Montreal Alouettes, he thought it was going to be a breeze, and he said it's some of the hardest football he's ever had to play. It's like
the amount of guys that come out to these camps, the amount of things you're doing is insane.
Yeah, the Canadian football, trust me, going to the Ticats game, first of all, cheaper and it's still good football. Like, you're still watching these guys, and there's so much more passing because you have 3 downs. Like, it is so much fun. I still remember, like, when I was in grade 10, I got named, like, the Coca-Cola Community Captain of the Week by the Ticats, and I got to go fucking down on the field before the game started, and they announced my name. Yeah, dude.
That's
but then
my
you're
guy.
standing next to these fucking players, and you're like, yeah, you guys are fucking units who just there's not enough fucking room on these teams in the NFL, and it's the whole reason why we have a second league.
Yeah.
And yeah, it doesn't get the same press or publicity that the NFL does, obviously, but it's still so much fun to watch.
Do you see Brock Purdy's comments on Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yeah. It's I wouldn't be saying much if I was Brock Purdy. Fuck, man.
That was funny. That was hilarious. He's on like the southern looking podcast I've ever seen. He's basically interviewing with like a farmer, and this fucking guy basically said like when because he was battling with Trey Lance too, right, for that job, and basically said like when they named Jimmy as a starter, he said he knew he would get his shot soon shortly after that, basically. Fair to him, he did, but it was because of injuries. Like they both injured themselves, and that's how you got started.
You know, it's like fair, but also Jimmy G was very good and he's re-signed with the Rams. He's still playing behind Matt Stafford. Like I still think he could be. I don't think he'll be like a top 5 quarterback, but I think you could see him being in the top 15 if he actually gets a good chance.
Like
right?
you could see him having like a Sam Darnold type year, like if he's put in the right situation.
A comeback. Yeah. Well, especially with the Rams, they got Devontae Adams, they got Puka Nacua, they got Kyron Williams, and they have a pretty good defense. It's
Tyler Higbee.
It's a good situation to be in, and especially you're backing up Matthew Stafford, who is going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah. Deion Sanders, $54 million over 5 years. It's crazy.
Wow, it's worth it though. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Everyone thought he was going to go to the NFL. I never saw it. Like he said from the beginning,
he's perfect for college.
These guys, for whatever you want to say about Deion, he is the perfect type of role model for an athlete and for a young man going into a program. And he's not going to be able to instill those kind of values and stuff in an NFL locker room. And I think he knows that. You know, you can even see from what his playing career was, like he's not going to be able to deal with guys who had the same personality as him. He's more in the shape. He's more in the shape of molding young men into being professionals. And again, say what you want about him. I know there's people on both sides who love him, who hate him. Like what he has done for the Colorado football program and what he has done for that school and what he has done overall for his kids and for like those other young players on the team. Like Travis Hunter literally talks about him as if he's a father. They go fishing all the time. Like he is all in all, in my opinion, an amazing football coach who is in the right situation. And I think that makes sense for him. Yeah. Plus they also have like, I think one of the number 1 fucking quarterback recruits coming to their school next year. So guys want to play for him. I mean, he is like a tough guy. Like he will be like, if you're not like, I will bring someone in to replace you. Like it's just that simple. But that's just what you gotta do. Yeah, trust me, he's bringing his luggage and it's fucking Gucci, baby.
I love that, baby. Let's see. Wrapping up with football here. Cam Scatterbo ran a 4.5 at his pro day. That's pretty fucked.
I love him.
Where do you think he's gonna go? Where do you think he best would thrive? In what situation do you think he'd be best in?
Buffalo Bills.
I think he would love to be in Buffalo too. That type of guy, definitely frat looking guy. Yeah. Like he would love to be in Buffalo.
No, I mean it really depends. Like there's the running backs in this draft are so good.
Yeah,
you know it's difficult. Like you could see like a Las Vegas or maybe a Carolina.
Ooh, okay. We're behind Hubbard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. It's kind of difficult.
Cincy?
No. Cincy dirt.
You just don't want to say anything nice about Cincy.
No, I hate him. I hate him. You know what? I don't hate the Cincy fans. I love Cincy fans, especially with the whole DeMar Hamlin thing.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, yes, Bills fans, I get it. We're annoying. I understand. I completely understand. I changed my ringtone. I'll go hand up accountability.
Yeah,
my ringtone is the shout song. I have 3 backgrounds on my phone. That is literally Josh Allen, James Cook, and Matt Milano. I get it. We're annoying. The fact that you guys don't care about your fucking defense just drives me up a wall. Drives me up a fucking wall. You could have Joe Burrow throw for 400 yards and they're still going to lose a fucking game. And you're playing in a tough division. You're playing the Steelers once a year or twice a year. You're playing the fucking Ravens twice a year. And I mean, you play the Browns, which, you know, it's the Browns. Like, hate the Browns more than the Bengals, but still, you're probably going to lose one game at least. So it's like, I don't know. If he goes to Cincy, that'd be tough because then Cincy would actually be like, can Cam Scatterbo cover up the fact that they don't have a defense? Probably not, but whatever.
Moving on here. I want to talk about this. Well, again, we're kind of wrapping up football here, but I kind of want to talk about this Florida Gators. I don't know if I think he's an O lineman, Desmond Watson.
definitely 100% an O-lineman. He's 464 pounds.
So hear this. I just want to hear this. Like, this is what, and this is like science brought into this, right? So he ran a 5.86 40-yard dash at 464 pounds, which is absurd. People hear 5.86, but when you're 464, so using his weight and speed and kind of the metrics, here's what he would run at different weight classes and different, because each group has like different weight classes. Obviously everything's different, but an O lineman for 300 pounds, like average 300 pounds, he'd run a 4.7. A tight end, 255 pounds, he'd run a 4.34. A running back for 225 pounds, he'd run a 4.08. And for a wide receiver at 210 pounds, he'd run a 3.9.
Lose some weight, big guy. Lose some weight.
Keep getting more. More.
Dude, his vertical is 25 inches. At 464 pounds, his vertical is 25 inches off the ground.
That's triple what I can do, probably. That's insane. Holy shit. I don't know. Buds Mafia, baby.
Desmond, I respect the game, brother, but fuck, that's wild.
Let's see. Wrapping up here. I keep saying wrapping up, but I keep bringing up 4 more points. Benford, 4 years, $76 million. Love it. $39 a year. I think it's a great deal for him. I mean, JC Horn signed for $30 a year, and I don't know if he's worth $30 a year. Great. Huh?
19 a year. 19 a year. You said 30. No, you said 39 a year for Benford.
I said 19 a year for Benford.
You said 39. Run the tape.
No, I said JC Horn signed for $30 a year. And I think Benford is arguably just as good as him and doesn't deserve 10 less than him. All
right. Semantics. That's okay.
So, I mean, you're clearly wrong.
Rewatch.
Clearly wrong. No, you're wrong.
Rewatch.
You're wrong with everything you just said.
Clip it. You said Benford 39 a year. I'll fight you to the bitter end.
I said Benford 19 a year. JC Horn makes 30 a year.
All right. You said that now. Yeah. Yep.
Nope.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm the one editing, so I can fix it.
We're a little fiery. You're a dick.
And then,
you're going to fix it and make me look like an asshole.
Yeah. And finally, I'm excited to see this. I know you couldn't care less, but this Chiefs documentary is coming out, and it's just their team is full of criminals, and I can't wait to see it. And Xavier Worthy, who is just spending 90% of his NFL earnings, who hasn't signed his big deal yet, is bitchy spending all. He bought like an $8 million Rolls Royce, and he makes like $5 million Rolls Royce, and he makes like $10 million.
Wait, what's the documentary about?
It's just coming up behind the scenes about everything that's happened with them and all like the guys who got charged, everything. It's just about everything the past 2 years. Like basically like the last. They say that they want to make it kind of like The Last Dance, like kind of everything that's going on behind the scenes.
Oh. So we're filming a dynasty documentary before it's an actual dynasty. Interesting.
Damn.
That's very interesting.
All right.
Very interesting.
Football's done.
Fuck the Chiefs. They're filming a Bills holiday love story movie.
Dear Lord, I'd rather watch the Chiefs thing.
Jesus fucking Christ. If I could reach the screen and hit you right now, I would. You fucking bitch.
You're telling me you'd rather watch a Bills holiday love story rather than a Chiefs. Let's be honest. Like, they won 2 Super Bowls. They went to a bunch of Super Bowls, and they have like 10 criminals on their team. Yeah, I'd rather watch that documentary. You're an idiot. You're a fucking ball licker, bag licker, milk bag, bag of shit, bag of dicks. Everything.
Yep. One more. God damn.
All right.
We're on one today.
Golf.
Fuck.
We are. It's the Houston Open this week. I'm just gonna say I basically already won. Like your team, I mean Wyndham's doing good, but the other 2 guys got cut. Attaboy. We are tied 4-4. My team. I'll just read you my team. Scottie Scheffler, who I think is top 6 or maybe top 5. He shot 3 under, 8 under, 1 under. Rory, who was kind of facing the cut line because the cut line was actually pretty high. Like it was like 2 under, or 1 under, or something.
Jesus Christ. Rory's 4 under today.
There you go. Then you're fucked. He was even 4 under, 5 under, and apparently he's 4 under right now. So, and then Aaron Rai, who got cut after 2, and you have Wyndham Clark, who's having a great tournament. I think he's top 10.
Yeah, he's 3 under right now through the day. He's 12 under. But
yeah, so
he is on fucking fire.
Sniping. So Wyndham was 1 under, 2 under, 6 under, and now you said he's 3 under. And you had Siwoo and Nick Taylor, who both were 3 over and 3 under, and they got cut.
I chose the wrong Canadians. Fucking Taylor Pendrith, fucking 13 under.
And you just didn't pick Rory or Scottie. Like, you're a moron. That's what I'm going to say.
I'm saving Rory for the fucking Masters, you dumb cuck.
What do you mean saving him? What do you mean saving him? It's all about... Oh, my God. We're tied. You're crazy. You're nuts. Take it back. Take it back.
All right, what's next weekend?
It's the last tournament before the Masters, which the Masters we got to make count for a bit. Like majors, we should make it count for a bit more.
We can
Like maybe count it for like 2 wins or 3 wins. Okay, now you're just being poopy pants.
I'm not being poopy pants. I'm just telling you we can make it whatever we want. We can actually bet on it if you want. We want the same people to win.
We do. We really do. I mean, I only want Rory to win.
I literally only want Rory to win too. I don't want him to win.
So I'll be 5-4 after this. Next week's the Valero, Texas. Still some good names in the list, but I think like Ludwig's still in. I still see Akshay. So I think
I'm picking first.
Because yes. Who you got here?
Let me go through the list.
Good names. Some guys definitely who are struggling this year, but still big names and can bounce back. But like no Rory, no Scottie.
Hideki's in it.
He's in it, yep.
You probably fucking missed the cut. You know what? Give me Sam Burns.
Take Jordan Spieth.
Give me Ludwig.
Give me Akshay.
I want to pick Max Homa so bad, but I don't think he's going to do well.
I love him, but he is in his own head right now. He cannot figure it out. Adam Svensson's in the field.
Give me Corey Connors.
That's good. I'll pick Fitzpatrick. I got Fitzpatrick, Spieth, and Akshay.
I got Burns, Ludwig, and Corey Connors.
Very nice. I was going to say some notable players not at the Masters. Or at least not yet, but basically Ricky Fowler needs to win this Houston Open to make the Masters, which I think he was cut. But actually, was he cut? I don't want to say that if he wasn't cut, but let's see.
I think he was.
I love Ricky. I mean, he's 55th. Like I think that's still in, but I mean, like he's 4 under, and Min Woo Lee is 18 under. So, yeah. Wait, Garrett Woodland's tied for second.
Yeah.
Jesus,
he fucking been playing crazy good.
Wait, I just realized. Okay, wait, no, I shouldn't be chirping you. Like, I mean, you're technically in the lead.
Yeah, Wyndham just birdied again.
Yeah, so him and Rory are tied for 4th, but Scottie's right behind him.
You technically still win because you have 2 guys up in the top 10.
You need Wyndham to win for you.
I need Wyndham to. I need Wyndham to get. I need Wyndham to go 9 under today.
Yeah.
Break the course record that Scottie just fucking set.
Yeah, Ricky needs to win the Houston to be qualified. Jake Knapp, which I'm not saying he's a big name, but the name's getting bigger and bigger. He needs the solo second to join the Masters.
Yeah, no.
And Siwoo Kim needs the solo third to get to the Masters.
Well, Siwoo Kim's not getting to the Masters.
He's already cut. Final golf dog. Did you see Bubba's comments on Scottie and Tiger?
He's just salty.
Absurd.
Just salty. It's ridiculous. Like I loved Bubba Watson. Loved him. And ever since he went to fucking live, it's just like all of these guys who went to live, man, like they kind of fell off the face of the earth, like fucking Sergio and like the preview for my penalty box is going to be live golf. It's like, yes, you can say Scottie had an amazing year last year and it was pretty up there with Tiger's year.
It's the best year since Tiger, you can say.
But it is not better.
No.
It is not better.
He won the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach by 15, like the best ever. He won the Players, like he won the Open. I'm pretty sure, like he finished top 5 in all the majors. Like let's do a more wins
analysis.
Who are you bringing up? And I'll bring up the other person.
I'm bringing up both.
Shit, this tough guy. Eh?
All right, so 2000 tournaments played. Tiger Woods 20, victories 9, majors 1, 3, runners up 4. Scottie Scheffler 2024 tournaments played 19, victories 7, majors 1, runner up 2. Like you fucking joking? Yes, he played amazing. One of the best ball strikers we've ever seen. But the dominance of Tiger Woods in 2000, 3 majors in 1 year.
He won the U.S. Open by 15 at Pebble Beach.
It's ridiculous. And
Bubba's what he was saying about it was the level of competition. You know, that's why, people say Tiger's the best of all time, which I do think Tiger's the best of all time, obviously. And like Jack Nicklaus, when he was winning by 1 or 2 strokes. It was him and Arnold Palmer, all those guys battling it out. But like when Tiger Woods was winning, he was winning by like 15 strokes, 20 strokes. And it's like, yeah, Scottie, like did he dominate the match? I forget how much he won by the Masters. Like I think it was who came second last year in the Masters? I know Homa was up there, but then he kind of crumbled. Was Ludwig? I think it was Ludwig.
Scottie won at 11 under. He was 4 under in the last round. Ludwig was 7 under, and then the rest of the guys were all at like 4.
Yes, I mean you can call it domination, but I mean again, it's loved you, Bubba, but like that's a ridiculous comment. I think that you're just a bitter and salty. Grow up. That's it. All right.
You start off
with penalty box.
Yeah.
I am on zero side of this Stephen A. LeBron thing, but this whole beef is a joke and it's embarrassing to say the least. Like, it was cool to see LeBron on the Pat McAfee show. I thought it was awesome, talking about all this stuff. Then he kind of went, again, I don't mind him going at Stephen A. To bring Brian Windhorst into that and call him a creep, I thought was a bit unnecessary. What the fuck did this guy do to you?
I agree.
But also, like, Stephen A.'s comebacks were horrendous.
Stephen A. saying that he would have squared up with LeBron.
He's 6'9", 280. He would bend you in a press.
Even though you like, Stephen A. looks like a fucking rat. He's like the Brett Marchand of fucking sports commentating.
Also LeBron's Giannis's comments. I agree with sports in evolution. I think every generation players get so much better. Like, I'm gonna get hit for, like, I think McDavid is the best hockey player of all time. Like, not greatest. Like, I think greatest and best is different. Greatest, like, legacy, championships, awards, accolades. Like, obviously Gretzky or Bobby Orr or whatever. We're talking about just best on best. Like, if I need, like, someone to save my life, like, it's a bet one-on-one, I'm picking McDavid. Look at the highlights of Gretzky in the 80s. Like, he wasn't flying down the wing. McDavid, to me, or McKinnon, you could say, is arguably the best player of all time. It's just facts.
No,
Giannis, again, like, Giannis is just an athletic freak, arguably the most athletic NBA player of all time. Yeah. If you throw him in the 70s, he's probably going to average 50. I think 250 is a bit aggressive. I don't know if there's enough time for that. But I do think he would get a lot. And again, like, I completely agree with him. That's why guys like Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, they dominated because they're like 7'1". Wilt Chamberlain was an athletic freak. Like, you put him against, 6 foot white guys. Yeah, he's going to average 50.
He's going to dominate. No, yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is just ridiculous. It's like people get upset about LeBron, and it's the exact same with, like, Tom Brady. It's like, you're so great for so long that, like, LeBron's 40 and he's averaging, I think, like 25 points a night, if not more.
And people are mad that he's best player started like having a personality now. Like, people are thinking like LeBron, or like when Jordan retired, you don't see him ever. When Kobe retired, like, you didn't really see Kobe a lot, right? It's more that LeBron speaks up a lot more, and he doesn't really give a shit about what he says. Sometimes it's cringe, sometimes it's unnecessary. But yeah, he doesn't really give a fuck. And players they're like, oh, you're not going to be that Jordan. He's like, I don't care. Like, and then he said the comments about Jordan, how, like, he maybe won't talk to him until he retired. All that stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't like the Windhorst comments. I thought the Giannis comments were a bit out there. But I agree with most of what he said, and Stephen A., his comebacks need to be worked on. Those were horrible.
Correct.
Yeah, that's my probably box that whole situation. It's kind of just stupid.
Yeah.
And let's hear yours, brother.
It's just, like,
here we go.
Live Golf.
Here we go.
What they've done, basically copying the tour with the Creator Classic, and I think it's great for, like, content creators and everything as well. But, like, they need to get a deal done at some point, because I'm tired of watching all these tournaments without Brooks and Bryson. Like, that's really all who I care about. Like, yeah, I'd love to see Cam Smith come back. I really
like
do
Phil
love
at the
Cam
Masters.
Smith.
Like, Phil has, like, even like, I don't, Phil, say you want about Phil Mickelson, but like something, him at the Masters is something. I mean, dude, didn't he shoot like 64, like, or 62, 2 years ago? Like,
he played great.
Like,
and it's like, it's just
bring these guys back.
Bring them back, and, like, the creator thing is cool and everything, but, like,
seeing FP and Cam Smith together,
it's like, I love it for the content creators of golf, but, like, I don't understand the entire scope of, like, what they're trying. Like, it just seems like they're trying to piggyback off what the PGA Tour did, and I never watch live golf events.
I've never seen
I don't care.
One. No.
Everyone's like, oh, make golf fun, make golf whatever. Like, I might be more traditional. Like, I just enjoy watching competitive golf on a Saturday and a Sunday. Exactly. Like, fuck.
I think it's pretty fun right now.
God damn. Like, yeah. Should the players be able to be allowed to wear shorts? I don't really care. But I think it's a cool aspect of the game. Like, you wear pants, you're poised, like, I enjoy that. So yeah,
I agree. I agree with you. All right, let's wrap up here with I'm in shambles. All right, Jackson is really riding the hot hand. I don't really have a lot of wins. I'm 1-10. Jackson's a very respectable 4-7. Like, I'll take that record all day, but I'm just gonna keep it going. We're gonna hit one, Jackson, or at least I'm gonna hit one. You know what I mean? I got Leafs money line against the Anaheim Ducks. Tavares to score a goal, but I also have both teams to score at least 2 goals. $5 to win 30. I'm going a little bit higher this time.
Oh,
a little more odds. $5 to win 30. Tavares is hot. I mean, this is probably the one game I bet on him, and he doesn't get a goal, but I'll ride a money line, and then both teams score at least 2 goals.
I like that. I am currently doing my...
I'll do my bet the farm while you're betting yours.
Yeah.
So I got Hurricanes money line against the Islanders, Senators money line against the Penguins, Leafs money line against the Ducks, Kings money line against the Sharks. And for this game, I have the Panthers money line against Montreal. It's 2-2 heading in the third. We actually need Florida to win this for the Toronto's sake, even though I don't really, I don't know how I feel about that. But Barkov, Bennett, and Marchand all get a point. I have Capitals money line against the Sabres. Thompson and Alexei Prodis get a point. Jets money line against Vancouver. Kyle Connor, Mark Scheifele, Quinn Hughes get a point. And finally, Blackhawks, the underdogs, money line against Utah. Ryan Donato and Clayton Keller get a point. 20 cents to win $300.
All right. I like that.
All right, what do you got, brother?
My lock of the week is Leafs money line. Matthews 1 point. Marner 1 point. Matthews 2 shots on goal. Tavares 2 shots on goal. Willie 3 shots on goal.
Bet the farmer lock.
And for the bet the farm, we got the Cavs over the Clippers, the Knicks over the Trailblazers, the Pistons over the Timberwolves, the Bucks over the Hawks, the Warriors over the Spurs, Hornets over the Pelicans, Scottie Barnes to get 20 plus points. Got the Panthers over the Canadians. It's currently 2-2 at the end of the second. Got the Canucks over the Jets. Ooh. Got the Capitals over the Sabres, the Utah Hockey Club over the Blackhawks, the Hurricanes over the Islanders, and then I have the Leafs money line, Matthews to get a point, and Matthews to get 2 shots on goal. $5 to pay out $5,600.
There it is. There it is. Finally, highlight of the week. I don't know if you saw this was the
I did actually.
Women's hockey. Dude, that fucking penalty shot goal. So what happened was, so Wisconsin played, I actually forgot who they played in the national championship, the women's. It was 3-2 penalty shot, hand on puck in the crease, so you get a penalty shot. And Mark Johnson, the coach of Wisconsin, I don't know if you know Mark Johnson, he was on that Miracle on Ice team for 1980, and he's one of the top guys, so it's cool. And he said who wants it, and all the women pointed at Sims, and she put her hand up saying, I'll do it.
I'll take it.
And those pressure situations, like those penalty shots, I mean, I would never be in that situation, but like, I would just want to shoot the puck. I wouldn't be so scared to make a move like that. She just completely undressed her. Like, not like, again, like, I would just want to go down and shoot the puck. You know what I mean? At least you got a puck on net. But she, like, the goalie was in the corner after that. And then what happens after she gets the overtime winner to win the national championship? Like, that is absolutely insane.
Unbelievable.
Shout out her, Kirsten Sims, dominant year. I think she might have won the women's Hoey Baker. I'm not sure, but she's definitely nominated. So that was a sick move, and that's my highlight of the week.
It's tough. That was actually going to be my highlight of the week.
Yeah, well, it's we'll do. We got the penalty shot.
Moving in on Thiele to try to tie the championship game. Oh, what a move! She does!
We got the overtime winner. We'll play both of those.
Eden sweeping down the wall. Here comes Eden. Looking, firing, save made, rebound, scores! Sims wins the match.
Perfect.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
and,
that's sick. Shout out to her, man. That's huge.
You got anything else to bring up?
No, I'm fucking. I won't lie. I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted. This is a long one. When I saw that at the end of Hockey Talk, we were getting at like 50 minutes. I was like, God.
Yeah, dude. I'm. It's foggy and gross out.
It is. It is.
I think I convinced Taylor to make buffalo mac and cheese, so I'm pretty pumped to go eat that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, follow Buds and Pucks on Instagram, Twitter, and what else? TikTok. On Instagram, actually, I don't know if you see, I'm posting a lot more polls. I do a poll every day, which is getting some views. This week is going to be NFL version, so let me know what you think. I'm going to get your intake on some of them. Some of them might be, you may not like them, but I'm going to see like overrated, underrated, who wins, all that stuff. So
should the Bengals actually invest into their defense?
Yes or no? Yes or no? But yeah, and then follow and like, comment everything on Buds Mafia on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast form, as well as YouTube. If that's everything, goodbye, Jackson. I'll see you later, and have a good one, brother.
Take it easy, brother.
Fuck you.
Fakes left, now taken off. Gonna run for it. They got it! They're going to the 6